Good morning and welcome to Pete's Saddle Shop in Pembroke, Kentucky. This morning I'm going to share with you a few items that I have been developing. This past fall I had a student here from Missouri. His name was Lance, who was really into tying knots and lacing. And I was fascinated by this because I'm always looking to learn something new. And so I had him show me how to tie these knots, and I took these knots and started developing some new equipment. Now Lance liked to tie halters, rope halters. And I was fascinated about these because I like good strong halters that are lightweight, that don't bother the horse. You can leave them on and put the bridle over the top of them. And this is an example of the type halter that Lance tied, and he taught me how to make them. And I have several different colored ones here that I've already developed and made. But over the years, I have been riding with a mecat, which is a continuous rope that forms 3 rings. And I wanted something that was a little easier to work with than a mecat. So I developed a head stall with a catch rope on it. And using the knots and the braiding that Lance taught me, basically what I have here is a noseband that works just like a bossel, and rather than tying the lead onto it, this one snaps on with a brass snap. And I've attached the horsehair tassel to the snap. Now I do these in a number of different colors, and they have basically an 11-foot catch rope that you can tuck up under your belt. So if you're parted from your horse, the rope or the catch rope is going to go with you, and you'll have something to catch your horse with where he doesn't run off from you. Now in developing this head stall, of course it has a leather top strap on it, but the rest of it is all rope tied in fancy knots and everything. And then what I did, I took the noseband and braided what's called a cobra lace or a survival lace over the top of it. And that way you can add a little color to these. I do them in just any number of colors. And these things work really well. I have a couple different ones here. I'll show you. This is a blue one that it just shows you the variation in colors that you can get. And it adds a little color to your equipment. And besides that, it's really strong and it works really well. Taking another step farther, I like to carry something to kind of get the horse's attention, especially with a young horse. So I started working on these shoe flies and making them into quirts out of the rope with the fancy knots. And this one, as you can see, has hair on it. My horse absolutely loves this thing in the summertime when the flies are bothering him, because I can whack him over the head with it. It doesn't hurt him, and it keeps the flies off of him. Now if you're looking for something to get a little more attention, I make them with a popper on them so you can get your horse motivated in the right direction. Now in making these and having Lance help me develop this thing, I decided that we needed a really neat way to finish this thing off. So up here at the top of the button, what I did was I took the stake quarters, domed them, and fastened them into the top here after I polished them. This one has a Nevada quarter on it. This one here has a North Dakota quarter on it. But they're really handy because you can hang them over your arm. You don't have to hang on to them. And they're just really handy little items. When I'm not using it, I just hang it over my saddle horn. This will just about cover everything on the quirts, the nose bands, and the head stalls. And like I said, you can do these in any variety of colors. I have a ton of rope here, and I have been tying a ton of these things, and I really enjoy them. So next time, hasta la vista.